Welcome to the loop.
What do you know? Here we are again. Just sitting here in these chairs that we like to sit in.
Like butts.
I mean,
they
all match.
I like my chair at home better.
Okay. That's
Trevor just
good.
announced breaking news. He's quitting.
I'm done.
I'm only going to sit in my chair at home from now on. Home Chair is the name of his new comic that he's writing, his internet comic.
It'll just be me.
He's got
sitting in my chair. I'll be talking about things.
You'll probably be really famous on Twitch.
Actually, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Don't say anything though. Just
I
have
remember Teddy
your face
mentioning
there.
that guy that was just eating nachos or whatever, sitting
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Oh my gosh! Scarred.
See,
for
I
life.
would watch that too, but in disgust.
Did you guys see that new chair that got released? I can't
It's
remember what it was
nude?
called.
The Titan?
No,
Gross.
it's a chair that has like 4 screens that you can play your games on. What is it called now? I saw it this afternoon.
A ridiculous
No,
waste
it's
of money.
it's
Oh,
a
it looks
monitor
like it.
company that
It looks
Acer.
like it.
Acer.
Oh.
It's
Is
an
that-
Acer product.
Welcome to The Loop. It's a talk show about video games and chairs with screens on them.
And sometimes bare naked ladies.
It's called
Yeah.
it's called the Predator.
That was last week.
Yeah,
Thronos.
the Predator. Yeah.
My name is Eric, and as always, I'm joined by Kyle.
Hey.
And Jeremy.
It's me.
And Trevor.
Hi.
And you know, the most special of all, the one who makes the gears turn. And
Trevor.
The coal.
Get out.
He shovels the coal into the fire that keeps the locomotive moving. That would be Kuipers.
The first people to die on the Titanic.
Yes.
Yep.
It's fine, Kuipers. You're in the service industry. It's okay. It's better to just die than die slowly in the cold water while you're on a door that's big
And then
enough for 2 people.
your girlfriend.
But your girlfriend's like, I don't want to share it with you because I want you to die so I have a good story to tell my family when I return home.
And then I can come back when I'm old.
And I'll meet a guy and he'll show me his submarine and it'll be neat. That is not the plot of the Titanic.
I was gonna say I was with you until the part where you came back and then there was a dude with a submarine. Is
What?
that Titanic 2?
No, that's the first Titanic. Have you not seen the movie Titanic?
I've seen it. I don't remember much.
Okay. This movie starts out with this old lady on a sitting in a thing.
Oh, she goes
Telling
in
her
the
story.
submarine.
And
Who's
then-
the super hot old lady?
And then they have like a control submarine thing that they go because they go to find like
And she
her-
relives her
her
lost love.
pearls or something.
Gotcha.
In the
Wait,
water.
wasn't I think that was her name was Pearl.
No, that was
That
my
sounds
grandma's
like a
name.
thing.
yeah.
That's a very grandma-y name.
Yeah.
This is a very
Anyways.
Titanic filled.
Well, no, it isn't. We just barely talked about it.
Mentioned it.
We just
was a
grazed
small
the
iceberg.
Titanic
It
topic.
just-
Yeah, we just touched the tip of the iceberg.
And it sunk the ship.
No, it's in the process of sinking, but we're the band that went down with the ship.
It hasn't scraped across all sides of the Titanic.
No
yet.
one can sink the
start
sloop.
start scooping water out.
He's already let all of the life rafts.
Oh, so
out.
Kuipers brought up a picture of this weird chair you're talking about. That looks
Yeah.
like an alien thing.
It's called the Acer. What is it? It's the Predator
Predator.
Thronos.
I changed my mind. I need that.
It's like ridiculous.
It's a reclining chair. I mean, they've had other ones similar to this.
Yeah,
but
it's got like
it's basically got 3 monitors that wrap around, and it's like
so it looks like a giant
you can
VR
recline
headset.
so that you're in 0 gravity while playing games, so
That
you
your
can do
body
it
sits
longer.
in.
Yeah.
I have a couple names I'd like to call it, but
Awesome and incredible.
no,
No sound. We don't need
Mute
that.
it. We don't need the sound. It doesn't.
that's loud, Kuipers.
Kuipers.
Kuipers. There you
Holy.
go. He did something.
The funny thing is that I didn't let the audio through, so all the Twitch watchers are
Oh,
no
they're
idea
like,
what
you guys sound
What are you
like morons.
complaining about?
Kuipers, we can't.
Kuipers,
it's
you
too
did
loud.
half of your job.
Turn it down.
You're welcome, audio listeners, though. You get the real scoop.
Oh yeah. See the audio listeners.
They
know.
should call this chair.
You know what the worst part about that? Talking about it being, I mean, how many games use multi-monitor support?
A lot, honestly. If you have a good video card,
Any good PC game.
most PC games
Can I do
stretch.
PUBG with 3 monitors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I assume
Extended
so.
field of view.
Yeah, you can use a 20.
Why have I
or
not
20
been doing that?
I don't know.
Because you're a sucker.
He immediately
Is there a
regrets
noob?
the fact
I
that
mean-
he bought some speakers.
Your video card, if it can handle it. But I think they should call this the Acer Virgin confirmation,
Yeah.
Right?
or the Acer
Or-
I'm divorced and this is a midlife
Yeah.
crisis.
Or it's going to cause a divorce.
Yeah.
I mean, where would you even put that in your house?
Obviously in your living room.
Your
In
computer
your
room.
gaming room. Don't
right
you have a
next-
gaming room?
That's
Right next
Just
to the VR
right
setup.
in the living room.
You
You're
put
right.
it
yeah.
right in the middle of a room.
That's where I'm putting mine.
Honestly, you don't need it like a room specifically for it because it looks
just
like
need a
you could just
closet.
put it wherever you want to put it.
Yeah.
and it's
That's true.
all there.
Just put it out in the front of your lawn.
It's like, just like,
You're a carport.
just like, I like to come out here because the weather's nice.
I get that. I get when I'm playing PUBG, I feel like I'm out in the wilderness.
Feel the breeze in my hair as I'm driving this car.
So realistic.
You pay someone to drive you around in the back of a pickup truck while you're playing a racing game.
Playing Forza.
Yeah,
Slow down. I'm starting to get sick.
it feels so realistic.
Too real. Too real.
Oh boy.
Did you go over some bumps?
Turn right. Turn
Like,
right.
be like, okay, I'm
Playing dirt.
gonna install a monitor in the cab of this pickup truck so you can try to mimic the movements.
That could be dangerous. Although that would be amazing.
Hey, go get the cops after us. I need some siren noises.
Yeah, I need some realistic gunfire.
I've seen where they've done these things where they take like the chassis of a real car, and then they put monitors on the windshield and on the side of the front car of the windows as
Talking
well.
about
the
driver's
front
ed?
windows. No, and then they use that for a racing game. Like,
Really?
Yeah, and so you've got monitors on your sides, and then the entire windshield is monitors, and then they'll have like fans that blow, so you feel like you're moving, whatever. That would be fun.
Does that feel like a weird way to play other games if that's what your game setup is?
Yeah, it's,
just, like,
I
in
think
the
it's,
car and-
the way I saw it, it was installation intentionally done for trying to make real life driving. So they actually had the pedals
Gotcha.
do the brake and the gas and a stick shift and the steering column all integrated in with the game.
Huh.
Cool.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Welcome to the chat, everyone who is here tonight. I see Ronan, the Wanderer, as well as
Dream Elements.
Crazy Legs is here. He says, actual conversation just had between me and my wife. Wife says, I went to the Cuckoo Clock Museum today. Crazy Legs says, I think you mean the Cuckoo Clock Museum. His wife says, you're an idiot.
His wife is right.
Now he asks, how was your day, everyone? Everyone else? We had a fine, okay day.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, it's obviously Jeremy had a great day today.
I did actually.
I don't think. Did anybody? What has everybody been doing? Let's jump into it. We shouldn't wait any longer. Let's not talk about this stupid
Let's talk about games.
chair.
How much is that chair? No, I guess it has deep impact vibration. It says for full body rumble.
Oh, you got Jeremy
Guys,
excited.
next week we're gonna come in here.
His
and
desk
he's
is gone.
His desk is gone. His new workspace is up. It's a predator.
Yeah.
I could work from that. I mean, you can connect the computer
What is
to
the
that. I could
point?
work from that.
What is the point of
have-
the
they have-
elaborate thing that goes over your head too
It's
with
just-
the blue
it's-
light?
It moves. It's awesome.
Oh,
So yeah, you can
I
recline
mean,
in
I've
the
seen
chair.
other ones that are meant for computer working.
okay. We're not
desks,
talking about this
but-
anymore. All right. What have you guys been doing? What games have you been playing? We're not talking about
Who's going first, Kyle?
this. I live. In
I guess I
mom's
played the
basement
fifth.
here.
I've been playing No Man's Sky. I had someone jump into my game last night.
Was it cool?
No, because I immediately had to ban them because I saw the notification that they were in my system. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I saw them far off planet. And then next thing I know, they're on planet shooting at my spaceship that is on the ground. And I'm like, what? This is stupid. Get out of here. And I immediately kicked them from the session.
Good
That's
job.
what I
That
tried
was-
doing to other people's, but I just wanted to find their base and steal all their stuff.
Yeah, I was
But I
kind of
couldn't
concerned
find it.
about some of that because does that mark the base?
No.
Only if you were there and they find it when you're there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But then you can meet and you get this big pillar in the sky that happens, and you get an achievement for it.
I didn't get an achievement.
I'll meet you in space sometime.
No,
and
you won't because you don't have it on.
All right, stop it. Read
Someone
the thing.
else play
Read
a
the
game.
thing,
Where we're
Kyle.
gonna go.
You were gonna read the thing.
Crazy Ronan the Wanderer said No Man's Sky. You got me. Crazy said, hey Trav, I just bought a beefy new PC without my wife's permission, so I can get real about No Man's Sky career on super ultra settings.
Not sure why you're talking
you
to
go.
me about No Man's Sky, but PC, yeah.
Because you've put 100 plus hours into it.
No,
he's the
I've
one who
only
keeps
put
talking
about
it.
80 into it.
Trevor's like, no, let me talk to you about the real No Man's Sky.
Star Citizen.
I got this thing called Star Citizen, and you only got to pay $50,000 to get a really cool ship.
Yeah. Do it.
So Crazy, did you actually get a computer and you're playing No Man's Sky?
Yeah, so
he says
I really do need to talk to you about Star Citizen.
He said, so far I've just been pwned by a bunch of those shooty robot things.
Oh, so he is playing. He's talking about the
Sentinels.
The Sentinels, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate those.
Ronan the Wanderer responded with Star Citizen and the same face that he made about No Man's Sky. So
You get a walker brain from the big walkers when you kill them.
I mean, I guess
And
we
then
could,
you can use that.
I guess we
to
could talk
put-
about Smash Brothers. Then Ronan would be happy. Okay, no more No Man's Sky talk,
Yeah, no
Jeremy.
more.
Stop
We've
it.
talked
Nobody
about it
cares.
enough.
But
I
I
shared
like
my
No
2
Man's
minutes
Sky.
and then I'm out.
Trevor, what have you been playing? Let's just get the ball rolling
Yeah.
here, Trevor.
Oh, okay. I have been playing. I went back to Assassin's Creed Origins.
Getting hyped for Odyssey.
Yeah, and actually I am. I will say I wasn't very excited about it, and then I was playing. I've been playing a bit today, and I was a little annoyed. I'm just like I do really kind of miss the old combat system because it was, I don't know, it was so much more like it made me feel really cool.
Now you have to feel like you're playing a Dark Souls game.
Now I feel like I'm playing a
a.
Dime Store Dark Souls
yeah.
game. Not that I've come around to it. I enjoy it. But
Yeah, I
do
just
miss a
didn't
little
love the like shoulder button
bit.
combat.
No, it feels weird.
yeah.
But I will, and then also I'm a little anxious about like the I don't know. I'm excited about it, but I wanted to say though, I wanted to reiterate how well, and then this was part of it. I how likable a character. Why can't I think of his name though? The main character. What's his name?
Han Solo.
Dave.
I don't know. The main characters. The main
Dave.
characters
Qui-Gon
really
Jinn.
Thank you for naming a bunch of names.
Steve.
Todd.
Why? I mean, I just was thinking that. No, he's such a likable character.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, but it does make me a little nervous about how they have the RPG, like the choices for conversations. I'm a little nervous about that just because it seems like it could be an easy escape from building a character that's as likable as
Bayek. He's
Bayek.
what you're looking for. I
Bayek.
think.
Yes, as Bayek was, and I'm a little. I don't know. I hope it pans out well. I'm excited to try it out. It should be fun.
You did beat this. You did beat Origins, correct?
I have not yet, actually. I think I'm almost there, though, because I was trying to beat it the other day, and I ended up staying up really late thinking I was about to beat it. I think I'm at the last mission, though. 'cause
Oh,
I
you
wanna-
still haven't finished Origins?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm at the very end, though.
Crazy Legs says, Lando Cal Kardashian.
Oh, gosh, no.
Wait, is that a Star Wars and Star Trek joke?
No, it
no.
sounds like a Star Wars and...
Kim Kardashian joke.
Cardassians, Star Trek race.
Oh, but see,
I
that
didn't
says
remember that.
Kardashian.
I know that's
Nerd.
why I was.
Stop
Asking.
trying to bridge the gap, okay,
Yeah.
with your nerd talk.
Star Trek's not cool.
No.
Game.
You said something that you needed to admit something to everyone.
Oh, well,
You
and then
need to publicly, I mean, you need to wait, though.
one
okay?
thing on Star Citizen, or not, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
One thing more on Assassin's Creed.
Star Citizen?
I wanted to just reiterate just how beautiful that world was.
It's really well done.
I love going around the world, and it's like every new section I explore, I'm just like, oh man, this is so cool, so well made, so just awesome. Anyhow, I did have something I was going to admit too, because I'm excited about Destiny, and just the Destiny 2 Forsaken is coming out here next week.
I have forsaken the game.
Oh, And
Cool, Kyle.
and so a while ago we talked about Forsaken, and these guys were talking about how they're finally going to kill off what's his face, the
Quasgar.
Why can't I think of any names today?
Scab.
No, the Asgards
Cade.
were from
Cade.
Stargate.
You talked about they're
They're gonna kill Cade. Yeah, and I told you they're
you
gonna
said-
actually kill Cade.
And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure they don't kill him because I saw gameplay earlier. Apparently, yes, they are indeed going to kill him. So I was wrong about that. So,
sorry.
yeah,
Screw Buck.
I'm still excited about that. I think I'm going to stream that next week too. So
You're excited
Man,
about
are you really excited about the new
character
thing
dying.
they added in the update this week, where you have to you get a grind for those new, what are they, shells or something that you have to grind for just to upgrade anything?
modifications. They're supposed to be more significant, the upgrades. So I don't really care. It's a
Sounds
grindy
like
game.
something they do.
I like this. I like the grind of that game. So
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. It just seemed weird that they needed that layer. Just seemed unnecessary to add. Kyle just
Sorry, I had to kill
flipped
Cade.
over Cade on the desk.
He's dead.
Yeah, I did play a little bit. If you watch my stream, I did play a little bit of
He's in Zen.
Divinity: Original Sin 2, which is that RPG game.
Making me a
And
downward dog.
Did you enjoy it?
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'd like to play it some more. I don't know that I'll stream it more just because it didn't seem like
It wasn't a hot streaming game.
it was really. Although it's up there, I feel like it's more about me. I'm not a dynamic enough person
it
to be able
is,
to
Kyle.
stream it very well. It's because it's kind of slow paced, and I found myself not speaking too much, so I'm probably not going to stream that one.
I bet if you were wearing a bikini top, you'd get
That probably would
more
help, yeah.
viewership.
So maybe I'll think about that next
That's
week.
it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You would get a lot more viewership,
All right.
I'm sure. Don't know if it would be for the same reasons.
the bikini top just acts
but you should
super
ignore
manic
the,
depressive.
the chat.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this now.
That's what you're wearing is just a bikini top.
Put a wig on too, like a
about no
wig.
I stand up and get
What
a
about
pop. I'm wearing a
pasties?
bikini bottom.
Then you're getting the views. Yes, yes, and yes.
Oh man, we got.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right.
Extra Life.
I was just thinking we've got something to do for Extra
Get some
Life.
donations.
Yep.
We'll
One
all
of us
wear a
will-
bikini top.
For the right donation.
For the right donation, we'll all wear a bikini top.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
I'll have to start working out before Extra Life.
Woof.
I mean, you want to fill the top out.
Well,
Right?
that's true.
Start eating more.
I think I got a good C cup going on right now. Jeremy, I know you're just prancing at the bit, as they
got a new
say.
game.
Prancing
He's
at the
vi-
bit.
That's what they say about ponies who are excited, and Jeremy's
Well-
one excited pony.
That's right. A new season of PUBG just started today. And I'm my solo count is currently at a 4.0 for my kill death ratio. Okay, I have a 50% win
It's like
rating.
your GPA.
I have 50% win rating, but then again, I played 2 games, so.
Cool.
But that's good. I got a win in my second game. But that's not why I'm excited. I'm excited because a new early access game came out on Steam. It's called Scum.
Does it have BMX bikes in it?
Not yet, but I think there will be vehicles in it at some point. Basically, it's a ultra realistic attempt at gaming where your character has you've got to keep track of your metabolism, so everything from what types of food you eat, carbs, fats, all kinds of things like that. How often you go to the bathroom.
No,
What?
that's not. Yeah, we're looking at the chat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jolliver. I couldn't remember it.
Jolliver has said first chance to the keyboard. Bayek. For God's sakes,
Bayek.
Bayek. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Bayek. Also, hello.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was actually laughing at the description of what you have to do in this game
Oh
as
my
Jeremy
goodness!
was describing
and
it.
I think you guys walked in while I was playing the game, and if you don't take care of your body properly, it will force certain things to happen, like throwing up, or
Diarrhea.
in my case, I had diarrhea, and it just stopped in the middle of the floor.
I walked in and I thought he was playing PUBG at first.
It is ultra. It looks better than PUBG.
Well, I walk up behind him, I'm watching him play, and I'm like, oh, he's playing PUBG. And all of a sudden, this guy just hunches over in pain and agony and starts squirting diarrhea out of his jeans.
And you're like, that's not this.
Like, this is not PUBG.
What happened to PUBG?
This is the PUBG that I wanted.
Yeah.
Now I've seen this. This has been in. They've been teasing this game for at least two
it's
years.
out of like Croatia or something.
I think it was 2 years ago. I saw these YouTube videos go up for this, and I was like, okay, what is this? It looked kind of cool. But yeah. So is it a battle royale or is it not that?
It has battle royale in it.
Okay.
So in essence, the bulk of the game is a survival game.
Okay, so it's kind of like a Rust, but to another level.
Kind of like a Rust to a significantly another level.
So is there crafting?
And then there are events in it that you can join at any time,
So it's
which
like
then
Destiny.
are PUBG-like.
Oh, it's like.
No, an event is basically you join a PUBG game.
Oh, okay.
Effectively on the map, you have weapons. You add things. You have to craft things. I mean, you start with nothing, and you've got to pick up stones and craft a stone knife, and then you've got to cut down a tree and make a spear, and you got to keep building this up and find
like
things.
Buildings or structures at all, or
You can craft more things than I've done so far. It's hard to say what all you can do.
Don't know about like housing.
You can't do housing. There is housing in the game. There's towns and everything. The map is the largest map I've ever seen in a game. And no, I'm not kidding. It is. I was on the same server as a friend of mine. We were both checking out the game. We came in on two different spots of the map. You don't see anybody else on the map in game. Like when you look at the map, you only know where you are. So you have to communicate with if you have someone else that you're trying to team up with.
So you're like, I'm by the McDonald's.
Well, the map has grid points and things like that, but the map is significantly huge. We were trying to find each other for about an hour and a half, and we only moved about a quarter of the way across the map. So you also have to deal with like stamina, and you can have an age range between age 20 and age 50 for your character, and then you have to do certain things. Like if you find weights, you can lift weights to try to increase your strength.
That sounds really boring.
Well, that part is definitely boring. Yeah, you're right. But there's also these mechs that walk around that will try to shoot you in like the higher where higher loot is found and things like that.
Do you have to cut your hair and trim your nails too? Or?
No, you don't have to do that. But in order to pick things up, you start off with you're actually a prisoner on this island, and they turn the prison area into a game show. Where it's a survival game show, so you have these little like drones that will follow you around and like show a spotlight on you, and then there's also zombies. So you have to avoid the zombies.
There's always zombies.
So think of Minecraft in real life meets DayZ meets Rust meets PUBG.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's only $20 on Steam.
I thought it was 10.
Nope, $20. I had $10 on my Steam account, so it only cost me $10.
Well, I thought I saw that it was 10, but
there may have been a special. I don't know.
You're probably.
But anyway, it just released today, and I'm checking it out, and it's one of those games I think you could start playing it and realize it's tomorrow afternoon already, before you look up. So
Crazy says, "Hey guys, remember when you were a kid and we're like, I wonder how many grams of fiber Mario has consumed today?"
Yes.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, this game, you basically have to take care of your character from
It's The Sims.
Yeah, that seems like
But you get sick and you've got to like find
of work.
medication, and
it seems like a lot of work that I don't do for myself personally. So why do I want to do it for my avatar?
it also has you're not perma-dead, but when you revive, you start off somewhere else on the map and lose all your gear and start as a new character again.
So that's very Rust-like.
So yeah, from that
Okay.
perspective. Now, then, since it's a game show, you things that you do, kill animals. You can skin them. You can actually, when you kill zombies, you can tear them apart or cut them apart and make like needles out of their bones and all kinds of other things. Use their fat to cook with, that kind of stuff. But you can. I I just blanked out on what. There's so much going on this map. I'm just staring at it, going, "Oh my goodness!"
I just real quick.
It looks like a
Vipers,
map.
For reference, what is this map compared to?
Arma 3.
Oh, that's Arma 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
So there you go.
What their map looked like. So okay.
But anyway, it's one of those games. If you like the survival style game and it takes it to probably the highest level I've ever seen from a survival game perspective, and you like PUBG and those types of games as well, also real type stuff, then you should check it out.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, but
So
I might wait a bit just because there's so many games coming out. So
yeah.
Yeah, this would be like, I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but I'm not sure it's very high on my list.
Yeah. I've got too long a list.
Yeah, but most
And
of
I'm
the stuff on
playing
my
No
list
Man's
isn't
Sky.
out for another month, so I've got a good solid month of play. So
Weird. Your
Tomb
list
Raider
sucks.
comes out in less than a month.
there's a lot of streamers that are streaming it today, big names as well. So
Big
it's
names.
got
yeah, I saw. It was
yeah, a
up
lot
there.
of the top level streamers are starting to stream this game today as a since it just came out as something different. So
Well, check it out if you're into the survival genre. It's crazy to me that do you say it comes out? It came out of Croatia. Is that where they made it?
no, the game itself is in Croatia.
That's what-
I can't talk.
Croatia.
Croatia, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you
But
said
I-
it was
but-
developed.
Where you have to survive.
No, I think they're like sorry, I said that wrong. I think they're somewhere out of Europe somewhere.
Oh, okay. So you're telling me the map is bigger than Skyrim?
Oh, it's got to be. No, we should figure it out.
Was that a segue?
Is it bigger than Just Cause?
Oh, definitely.
Nothing. No heavens, nothing is bigger than Just Cause.
It is being developed by Croatian studio Game
Oh, is it? Oh, there you go. I guess it was that.
Produced by Crow Team, which I believe is also Croatian.
Huh.
So-
time to get it's a money grab for the survival genre. Kyle, you've been playing No Man's Sky, so you
Yep.
had a lot to say about
I already said my. Are you going to give me a few more minutes?
Nope. You start that
That's
podcast
what I
and you
thought.
put out all. If you want, you can stay.
No Man's Sky podcast. Me and you'll start that. We'll talk about.
Oh,
No
real
Man's
quick, it
Sky.
does say it's the biggest map ever with the Unreal Engine. So
Okay. Cool.
No, I love the game and it's new. There's still things to explore.
So I was playing an old game. I got pretty deep back into Rainbow Six Siege.
it's a fun game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
There's been a lot of like content support for that and different things, and the way that people have, I was surprised that the community just got behind that. Like when we started playing it, it wasn't that popular. I didn't feel like, and then it really took off. The other thing that I was surprised at,
They've done tournaments with it, right?
Oh yeah, it's a very popular competitive game.
It's one of the top streamed games too. I almost played it.
really am disappointed that I had sold that
Yeah.
for Xbox.
It's a really good game. That's what I've got it on Xbox. I went ahead and bought like a gold pass on it just so I could see some
Oh, yeah,
new
it comes with the
content
pass,
and
too.
stuff. It was on sale this week for like 50% off, and
really? Nice.
yeah. But I heard a lot of people talking about it and saying, "Oh, it's so different now." And no, not a knock against it, but it isn't really different. I know it's like the same game I remember playing.
Yeah.
There's a few. I mean, there's some new operators that kind of change the pace a little bit,
The
but it's
operators
still
are
the same game.
Like I've got I can't think of her name now. It's like
What's she do?
Habina or Habina or
Is she the stealth girl?
no, she has you know how you could like when you break through the walls you could put like a charge on it or whatever, but she has an actual gun that you can shoot at the wall and it starts melting through the metal, like no matter what. So you can actually like engage that stuff from a distance.
That's cool.
And it's
Do you
it's
know
really
what?
I don't think I've seen
what
anybody play
country
that one.
or? Oh, jeez.
I've actually been playing that a bit too because I've been playing it with a friend.
oh really?
He's been,
Dokkaebi?
on PC. Sorry,
Finka?
but
No.
Ying?
no,
Zafia?
no, it
no.
would be-
Here it is.
Habana.
Habana. That's
Hibana.
it. Yeah, she's an
Oh, she's got the grenade launcher or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's not a grenade launcher though.
Wow, now I want to play some of this game
But-
again too.
But
a good game.
they did.
Japanese.
And but yeah, it's just the thing is though. I think it's gotten so competitive now though. You'll like if I get on a team, because you can vote to kick someone off your team if you think they're bad. And like there was like twice, like just the other night I was playing and I got voted like by 2 people, but luckily it wasn't like majority, so I got to stay. But it's like I don't know what I was doing to make them angry.
Year
but,
3 passed, so it's been out for 3 years.
No, I think has it been 3 already?
Yeah, it says the new pass is called the
think
year
this might
3
be the
pass.
third year.
I think the
it might
third
be
year's
average.
coming
Beginning
up.
of
Yeah.
it, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But it's people are very like particular about the way you play it, and it's crazy to me that I mean I'm playing it without any communication because I never put my headset on, and then that's definitely challenging because you don't really know where everyone's going.
Man, we did some gaming of that with all of us.
Yeah, the
quite a
4 of
bit.
us. We always had to
Yeah.
have one creepy Todd because the 4 of us were playing it. But that
Wait,
game
were the teams always 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were always
Oh,
5v5. And it's such a good game. That's the thing is like I kind of forgot about it. Like I feel like we just kind of played it for a little bit and moved on. But man, I'm having a lot of fun
It's
going
really
back.
well made. It's just it's so well supported too.
Yeah.
It's-
I'm still trying to figure out some of it, the upgrade things, and like there's 2 currencies now, and there's some different stuff that's a little weird. But because I bought the gold pass, I had some of that currency, so I could buy a couple operators. Other than that, I've been playing this game. I think you guys have probably heard of it before. It's called Fortnite. And
Really? Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, I won't. I'll just for the sake of fairness, I won't talk about Fortnite.
I see Dr. Lupo playing it right now. Don't go.
But there's only 26 days left before the next season starts. Season 6 starts in 26 days, so that's pretty
What's
exciting.
in the box, man?
So I really want to know what's going on there. It's a fun game. But the other thing I do want to mention, I just finished it today. This afternoon I was playing it and I was like, oh, I beat the game. Donut County, I mentioned a couple weeks ago,
Oh, is it
was
out?
coming out, and it came out Tuesday, so yesterday. I started playing it last night. I think it might only be like a 2-hour game. So if you're looking for something that you could sit down, play it, and finish it in like almost one setting, check it out. So if you don't remember what Donut County is, it's the game where you have the hole in the ground and you move it around. One thing I didn't realize about the mechanics of it, though, is it's kind of a Katamari Damacy game in a way where every time you start with a little hole, and when something falls in it, the hole gets a little bit bigger. And so as you move it around your play area, it keeps growing. And it's crazy because the scale of it, you'll start like, oh, hey, I got a hammer to fall in this hole. And then by the time you're done with the level, like the whole barn is falling in the hole. Like it's just the scale of it zooms out. And it is such a chill game. Like it's just the mood of it is just calming and relaxing, and the music is just awesome. The soundtrack is great. And there's a really elaborate story that goes along with the game, which is, it's not a game you'd think would have a story. Now, I will say, to my own dismay, I didn't want to read the text. I was just really into the puzzle game, and I just skipped past it all. And I've heard some people talking about it since then, saying that the story is actually really funny and entertaining. So I guess you can play it either way. You can play it like me, the illiterate moron.
I just want
who
to
just
put
skips-
things in a hole.
What are these words?
Yeah, I know. Who I just skip past all that, or you can read it. But it's a simple idea, but there's some upgrades that happen later in the game that make it a little more interesting. It's never like incredibly challenging, but man, it's fun. It's a fun chill out game. So
What'd you play it on?
PS4.
Okay.
So I think it's on Steam too, and I don't.
Looks like it's on Android and Apple as well.
Oh, is it really
Yeah.
already? Oh,
Yeah.
wow! I didn't know that.
It's
Both
seems-
iOS and Mac
$4.99
OS.
for iOS.
Oh, wow! It's much cheaper. So
Both
there,
iOS and
go
what?
Get it there.
and Mac OS.
Yeah.
So check it out. It's a really, really excellent game. If I were reviewing this game, I would give it a 10 out of 10 just for simplicity and perfectness. Like the game is it's a flawless execution of an idea. And that's just, it's not anything crazy or extravagant, but it's like, hey, this is a simple idea distilled into kind of a perfect little game. So definitely check it out if you can. You need that game where you're just chilling, right? You just zone out, have a good time. You're not like worried about how much fiber you've eaten so you don't diarrhea on the battlefield. Like this is the polar opposite of that.
Wait, that's how I chill out.
I walked in.
manage
I
so
walked
many
in here when you were
I
playing.
was
You were
pretty
not
tense,
chill.
wasn't I? Yeah.
No, that was not chill. I like playing those games too, but I don't feel like I'm chilling out when I'm playing something like that.
Get it.
Other than that, I have not been playing anything. But I hope everyone did their homework and watch. Of course, Jeremy didn't because
I
Jeremy
did
didn't.
too.
he rolls his eyes.
I rolled my eyes, for obvious reasons.
Wait, okay. What do you mean for obvious
you
reasons?
I mean, it looks
cool
like
things.
a good game, but I think you're overhyping it.
So Cyberpunk 2077, the footage that they show behind closed doors at E3, they have released to the public in a 48-minute gameplay footage. Which the thing about this game is just that now sure, like if you just were to watch it and go out, take everything at face value and go, okay, well yeah, you shoot the guns or you get in a car or you do whatever. Like
You got to put yourself in.
But
like,
all your
me looking
actions,
at Star Citizen.
but it's just
all
like,
your actions, including what character you pick and some of your
Yeah,
initial
yeah.
things, impact the game
everything
later.
everything in the game is so like whether you decide to be stealthy or you decide to go in more aggressively, like all that stuff affects the gameplay in drastic ways, not just these
See, and I think I love that about it.
it's not just these minor little you have choices, like in air quotes you have choices, but it's like you actually have choices that affect the game. And I think if you've ever played The Witcher, you understand what these consequences could potentially be. And I think that's what gets me so excited. I mean, I was raving about this game like a week or so ago, but I think that's what gets me so excited about this is knowing what CD Projekt Red is capable of and like where their head is kind of in video game development, and to see
It's very story driven.
on this level where there's just I don't know. I couldn't stop watching it and just thinking of the potential. But I'd like to hear everybody else's take on it. Like if anybody saw anything that they liked, or maybe
there was a couple of things I wanted to mention. I was very excited when they said they were just like, you'll be able to drive this car and other vehicles, and I was like, flying things.
flying things.
I hope so.
I am curious. It looks like the city is very very big,
I like flying things in general.
Yeah.
so
but I just don't know if it's. I wonder how big it is.
I'm curious. I would be okay with them doing kind of just a moderate size, but more interactive.
Like
more
there's some
interior
times where
and
you
stuff.
kind of see it pull back a little, and it looks pretty big.
Yeah.
But
Well, it looks
and
massive
it looks
because it's
so diverse too, and
Yeah.
and populated is what I meant. I guess
Yeah.
more so.
right, and it looks like it's massive just from the fact that you've got like that interior building that you live in that looks like it's almost a city of its own and has tons of stuff, and then you get outside into the city itself. It looks like it's got a lot of promising things.
Yeah.
just the way that they opened up, like when towards the end of the video, I think it was, where they showed like, hey, we're gonna switch to a more like higher level character. Who's, has
and
more.
they start doing these crazy things.
And there is just some insane thing, like
Oh, the little walker blade thing.
yeah. Even though it's like stupid and probably not very realistic, the ricochet bullet thing is awesome.
Oh, that's so cool! I was so excited when I
like
saw that.
it's totally unrealistic, but I love it. It's like it
Well,
reminds me of playing Hold Down, which I've been playing on my phone, where I have to like aim the balls to bounce off things, and I'm just like,
Well,
I
it's-
love the idea of shooting someone in the butt when they're not even.
Well,
looking.
and I always like because they've had like ricochet things in games, but it's like I like the idea that you can actually see where it goes because it's
Yeah.
not just random. It's not just like,
Yeah,
well, I hope I hit this guy. I don't know.
you're planning it out, and
Yeah.
just so it.
I mean, really, it looks like Wanted. Just bending bullets and sending them where they want.
Wanted was like curving bullets.
No, there were
It was
there
like
were
a
curved
curve.
bullets in parts where there was like the option where you can lock on to targets and the
Well,
bullets
those
would
are
shoot and find
seeking
them.
bullets. That's different.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
bending.
The ones
No.
that would had little trackers on them. It just looks the potential's there. Yeah. And Trevor, you bring up a good point when you called it my Star Citizen or something like
Yeah.
that. You said
Your No Man's
it
Sky.
totally is like. Well, not my No Man's Sky. That game's out. We already know what that is. It's a known
Yeah.
quantity. This is.
Oh, I guess I was thinking like
Yeah.
the obsession.
No,
type of
I'm just
level,
saying, like,
the way that he is with
The dreaming.
I see the
yeah.
potential for it to be something that maybe it won't be, but it definitely. I
I'm
don't know.
excited for it because it just seems like for me, I saw it and I was just like, man, this just seems like a really really cool Deus Ex. game that's like open world.
That makes
And, like,
sense.
does a bunch of
I didn't
really
think
cool
about it
things,
that
yeah.
way, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a really, really well made.
I just feel like that's selling it short, though.
It
'cause
is.
Deus Ex is such a weird, like
Well,
very closed off game. It's not very
Yeah.
expansive. You can't really explore the game very.
This
Like
looks-
I feel like this game. It looks crowded, but I feel like there's going to be so much area to explore.
Yeah.
And go on and like the thing about The Witcher is like you would go out there and you could just ride your horse and run into a whole plot point. Like you would just a whole side quest that felt as elaborate as the main story quest. And like I don't know.
And I don't mean to say I'm not, but yeah, it seems
I know
like
what you mean, though.
like
I guess
it
has that vibe of kind of a Deus Ex.
Deus
looks-
Ex taken to like and it just like it has like a lot of the different like ways, like especially like the approach things too is very Deus Ex like.
It looks like what I wanted Deus Ex to actually
Yeah.
be.
Well, and it's got kind of that weird, almost like just enough of like, hey, in the 80s, like this is what we thought the future was going to
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
and, like,
I love
they
it. I
put
love the
that
vibe.
in there, and like the cars kind of have like an 80s look to them, and like
Well, and the guys with like
It's like old future.
creepy.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool.
it's like the old vision of what the future would
Yeah.
be, pretty much. And then the body modifications and all of that stuff just looks crazy, and the fact that you can do that to your character, the way that storyline plays out in the beginning, where you have to rescue the woman from like those thugs that like were like harvesting body mods.
Ooh, that was-
And it was such a cool, like the lore is what gets me excited about it too.
Yeah.
Is like they're very good at putting all this lore behind it for having everything has a reason for being there. There's a
Yeah,
reason
I like that
this
too.
thing is happening. They have it all built in, and the part where they mentioned, like just barely mentioned, that she had like this really elaborate insurance plan, like the platinum plan.
Oh, yeah,
like they should have been there to get her like by now, and like it was because they blocked her tracker or whatever, and you have to like remove that, and then those guys show up and they're armed guards and they're like getting you away from her, and like just that whole thing is like they've just weaved all of this story into it and the lore of the game and like where it's coming from, and there's a reason for everything, and I just
That's really cool. Yeah, I like. Yeah, it's really nice when they build, and that was what I loved so much about The Witcher was just like all this stuff that just like made so much sense, and it was like weird fantasy, but it was all like grounded.
It was like in
made
the
some
context
sense,
of that world, it was justified. So it wasn't like this thing is just. I mean, sure, it's out. It may be crazy,
Heck is
but
this?
There's fan art I found.
oh boy, Witcher 2077.
That's not
Widget
fan art.
27.
That's confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
No, I'm just.
He's just messing.
I mean, come on. Who isn't gonna make a Witcher in the
I mean,
game?
yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff. We're just looking up different images to pull up here.
I mean, with as
Yeah.
much as they've said that there's going to be the character customization, you know that there are going to be a ton of people that are big fans of the developers that are going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's inevitable.
I guess it's a kind of an amalgamation of games that I love to play, and it looks like it's the promise of all of that put in. Like I love open world RPGs, but I've never played anything that was kind of sci-fi, futuristic, like that meets this. It's like, and it just kind of looks like it's going to deliver on all of those levels, because I mean, I love The Witcher, but this is even better.
Sci-fi's
like,
cooler.
Yeah, like I just
I
miss
love
the environment.
fantasy, but yeah, sci-fi is.
I will say I mean, this in and of itself intrigues me more than The Witcher did. As much as that game was awesome, and I didn't play as much of it as I would have liked to. This game looks like it'll get the hook in right, because it's that sci-fi, futuristic, weird science fiction. I mean, watching them like with the chips and stuff that they put into their necks and stuff, it was like, this kind of almost feels like that Altered Carbon, where they got the stacks that they pull out, and like the other thing that it reminded me of. I completely blanked out.
Demolition
on
Man?
What it was.
Demolition Man.
Sure.
I totally got vibes of Demolition Man from it.
Just saying.
It had that like cross between Demolition Man, Blade Runner, and Back to the Future. Like it just felt like those movies kind of had a baby in a weird way.
And a little bit of
Back to the Future
Black
2.
Mirror.
Yeah.
That was what
Black
I was
Mirror. Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of, because
yeah.
there was like the one episode where there's the guy that he can like replay everything in his memory.
Yeah.
And like it's all on a digital stick that's like right behind their ears. And
Well, and you could see like they pass by like a cop almost doing like an investigation, and it has
Yep.
like
Oh, yeah, I
the
think
police
it's
tape up, but he was like replaying something like with a hologram.
yeah,
state.
it looked like what you'd see in other video games
Yeah.
when you've got the stuff.
And all these people, like all the NPCs, they said are like on these schedules of their lives.
Yeah,
and
I
they're
love-
doing these, and there's tons of them. It's not just like, oh, you run into a few people in a small village. Like you're in this huge city, and you're just walking through crowds of people who are all like tuned to go through their daily motions, and then you can interact with them and change that and change the outcome of their day pretty much. Like
The fact that they said that it's like
Can
a
you kill
full
them
day
all, though?
cycle.
I'm sure you probably
I'm sure
could.
Because
You psychopath.
In The Witcher, that's the thing about The Witcher is you could kill about anybody.
Yeah,
and there were
and then-
consequences if there was a storyline.
And then you
that-
lost it.
Yeah, it's gone, and that's
but then it'll get referenced that you killed that
Yeah.
person, and it'll reference that you were gonna do this thing, but
Yeah.
now you can't because so and so's dead. You
Yeah.
know.
yeah, right. And so it's just I don't know. It's not. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like though now that we've seen this,
does it have a release date yet?
it doesn't. But I
Yeah.
feel like this means it's a little closer because
Well, that looked pretty.
pretty polished,
Clean,
and, like,
yeah.
the thing is they've shown this. They also announced that the game is playable from beginning to end, but
Yeah.
they still need to work through all the bugs and everything. So I think
Well, and then they also discussed, which I'm really excited potential of this. They're discussing how much of the game they want to be destructible, because like at that point they shoot through that wall, and they kind of want to do all of the stuff that way pretty much.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, that'd be so cool.
Destroy the entire city
Yeah.
well, that
and all the people.
Well, and the wall thing was cool because it's like the way they had to go in there, and they both the other character kind of went around and did. Do you think that? Is there any chance there's multiplayer in this?
Oh,
or
I
is it
sure
co-op?
hope so
Doubt it.
because
Because I doubted
Guaranteed.
it too.
wouldn't
No.
that be great in co-op though?
I guarantee there's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love that, but guaranteed no.
Oh, okay. That's very emphatic of Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor, you
they-
feel really.
I mean, I
solid
know
about
CD
this.
Projekt Red doesn't do that. Like, but
I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
was-
they've said no.
Oh, okay.
So
And I get it. It's a very like narrative, like game. Like you want to
that
experience
would
that in a
add
very
some
sort of-
additional complexity to that for sure.
But I think their stories are so well woven that I feel like you could miss out. Like on like a game where you're playing co-op, you kind of don't pay close attention to stuff, and it looks like it could
or
be
one person does it and the other person doesn't see what's going on.
that sounded very pointed.
I mean, like I always do it, and then you guys just.
But I think what do you? I
Hate me
almost
for it?
I almost think a 2019 release might not be a fantasy at this point. Like
yeah, like a year from now.
I mean, I know that that's really pushing it, but I still feel like
I'd say holiday 2019.
yeah,
maybe.
I think we might see it in the last quarter of 2019. But I don't know. Maybe I guess obviously selfishly I want to see it then, but
I'd love to see it tomorrow.
but this game looks great. Go watch the trailer. Go watch the 48-minute gameplay footage if you have not seen it.
I wanted
Not
to say-
now.
I want to say one thing too.
Sure.
That I kind of laughed when I realized this, and I'm wondering if anybody else realized this. They have a tendency to write characters that they'll just say, "Want to buy that" or something like that. And in The Witcher, he did it Geralt did that all the time, and I noticed it again in this game, and I was just like
They'd see something and say that.
no, they'll eliminate the subject pronoun. They'll just be like, "Want to buy that." Gonna go there or something like that.
Oh.
And I don't know. It's just really strange to me. And
Instead of saying I want to buy that,
they'll say
I'm gonna go there.
I don't know. Nobody else noticed that.
I didn't notice that English major.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it does sound like they, in an interview that they'd had on Game Rant, they said it will start as just a single player storyline. They said they will not have multiplayer at launch. But they did note that they had said in the past that they wanted their future projects to integrate online components at some point. So it sounds
have a
like there
battle royale.
could be,
Mode in the city.
who knows?
Interesting. I mean, I'd be super excited about
All
it
of
too.
your mods have to be picked up from the area
Yeah.
before you get equip them.
I thought I remembered them specifically saying no, but
I would like to mention too the Xbox All Access that kind of leaked. Does anybody know actually before we go into that? Did we get an official announcement from Microsoft on this?
There's a
No.
I don't know if there was an official announcement. There had been a story on VentureBeat.com that I saw earlier this week.
That's what I was referring to, but I didn't know if they actually like Microsoft got in front of it and said yes, this is a thing that's coming. Anyways, just Kuipers has a image of it up here now. It shows Xbox All Access It's pretty much like what you would do for your phone.
Yeah,
right?
it's a financing option. So they're saying for a 24 monthly payments, you'll get an Xbox One X or an Xbox One S, along with Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass. Which it sounds like between the two, there's no upfront cost. It's a low monthly payment for 24 months. They said that the Xbox One S plan starts at $22 a month.
You can only do it at an Xbox store? That's what their site. That's what Microsoft.com site is saying. For a limited time, in store only.
Maybe it's just a promotional thing. Maybe they'll expand it.
I'm sure it'll probably be.
Right now, it's while supplies last in a Microsoft store.
Well, and it's. I mean,
I'll put the link in the chat for the official.
It's a steal because I mean, if you're doing the Xbox One S plan at $22 a month, you're essentially paying like $48 or something for the Xbox One S.
With your no, I thought you're basically getting it for free.
Almost. No,
over 2 years.
It's about $48
a month.
No, you are
paying $22 a month,
and you're getting an Xbox for $48 at the end of it all because it's including it includes
Live
Game Pass and
Game
Live.
Pass.
Yeah, but those cost you $40, $30 a month.
$60 a year and
Plus
$10 a month. So you're talking $220 plus $60 is
the Xbox Live breaks down to $10 a month. Xbox Game Pass breaks down to $10 a month. So
no,
that's
Xbox Live isn't $10 a month.
That's what it says in here.
No, Xbox Live is $60 a year.
It's $5.
If you're buying a yearly pass, but if you're buying it monthly, it's $10 a month.
Well, that's a stupid argument.
So,
I mean,
but if you're paying for it in this way, essentially you are paying $20 a month that is going to the Gold and the Xbox Game Pass.
No, I know,
so
but
you're paying monthly versus buying annual.
Right,
It's
you're
right
paying monthly,
analogy.
so it's $2 a month that you are paying.
Yeah, but
towards
nobody
the
in their
Xbox.
right mind pays monthly for Xbox Gold.
There are people,
but
that
they
do.
will for this. That's the point.
I know, but who would do that? Like, that's such a waste of money. If you're going to use it for a year, though, right? Because you buy it for a month, and then you never play it again, or you buy it for 3 months and you never resubscribe. People that buy it a year probably do it every year. Like, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah,
that's just,
but the
way,
way that this plan is set up, it is set up with the essentially you're paying monthly. So it is like the $10 a month. So really, they're saying that it's about $2 a month that's actually going towards the Xbox. So you're paying about $48 a month for the Xbox One S. If you're buying the Xbox X version, that one is $35 a month. So in the end, you're probably paying about let's see, where did that one go? They said you're paying about $360 for the Xbox One X.
Here's the funny thing. It's all being financed using Dell.
why is that funny?
I just find that interesting. It's using a third party that's a computer maker for the you actually have to create a Dell preferred account. You have to apply for one and get it.
Well,
so you have to have the credit for it.
They're probably using that because that's their closest partner that they don't have to go and
for
do
financing.
it with a bank.
Yeah.
So they've already got a partnership in place with them.
Here's the thing: is like I think it's a two-edged sword. Like, okay, for one, if you don't have the upfront cost or money to go buy a new console, like, it's great. Like you're and plus with the Game Pass, you're getting a huge library of games, and also don't forget that with Xbox,
this is a great Christmas
Xbox
gift.
Live Gold, you're getting 2 or 4 or whatever games for free every month, and those games are games you'll own forever.
Right,
They don't.
regardless
It's not like
of-
PlayStation where they take them away once you're not an account holder. But on the flip side of it, you could easily see this turning into a way for them to make the next generation consoles much more expensive, because just like the way they have done with phones, where like an iPhone or something now is like $1,000. You know, your monthly bill, it's like, oh, well, I'm only paying whatever a month through my carrier, so it's not that big of a deal, right? Like, you're not thinking about how much you're actually paying for this device. Now, I don't know. I could see it going two ways. Right now, it seems like a great deal, but if they have $1,000 Xbox coming out someday, like, if that's leading to this, just so it's like, it's so cheap, you can just pay.
But you bought $1,000 phone.
Sure, but a phone is something that is very
There's utility
arguably like a different utility compared to an Xbox, where I'm not going to do. I mean, some people do more with their Xbox, but I don't do anything but game on it. I'm not using it as a media center. I have Apple TV for that. I'm not using it for Skype because that's weird. But it's just one of those things where a phone is much more justifiable than an Xbox.
I think it's one of those things that I see where you're coming from with that. The only difference I see with this as opposed to some of the phone stuff is that you don't have to worry about the additional party in between that is the carrier.
Yeah, you're financing it. You still own it.
Right.
You're still paying your monthly subscription. It's just much cheaper than a cell phone. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like cell phone cover. You're still paying for Game Pass. You're still paying for Xbox Live. But it's much
I think it's a
more
great
inexpensive.
it's a great opportunity for them to get people to get on the Xbox system if they haven't been yet.
It's and especially with the
Well,
popularity.
if you want to upgrade
yeah.
to an X and can't afford it, and you've already you're like, it's time for my Live membership to renew anyway. The question is whether or not they'll let you extend existing, or if it has to be a new account.
I doubt it. That would be kind of weird.
Weird,
but I think too, like with the popularity of something like a Fortnite, where it's like, hey, people want to get in on this game and it's free. Like but this is an easy way for them to get into it, to not play it on their phone, But I don't know. The value is definitely there for people who want to play games. This is a way that you can play it. Plus, you're getting every new Microsoft game the day it comes out with Game Pass.
I think the other aspect too is that you've got to deal with people. Most people want to buy other games and play other games too. So that's something that I think that the creators of the consoles have to keep in mind is if you're going to get somebody to buy it, they want to play other things, and if you're at too high a pay price, people aren't going to spend money on games regardless of who the publisher or developer is.
Yeah.
So that can impact sales overall in general.
But for $16 a month, you can get a free game from GameFly. Throw that on top. Now you got everything.
Yeah,
it's true.
As long as discs are around in the next console generation, which I kind of doubt they will be.
They probably won't, and then we'll.
Yeah, but didn't they say that with the last Xbox, and then
but if you
they backed up on that
if you
because
look at the sales charts now, though,
well, that's what I mean.
Like,
what I guess what I was saying is
people are buying digitally.
Microsoft already tried to do that. They announced they were going to have
that was all PR nightmare.
I think that
they didn't announce discless. They announced that it had to be connected to the internet all the time.
Yeah, the issue was that they weren't going to let you buy used games or use used games or whatever.
But the discs are more just a key anyway.
Yeah,
nowadays
they're a hardware key.
Yeah, and it downloads faster than downloading from your internet.
Faster.
Because you're not downloading it directly from the internet.
But I think eventually, I mean, if you look at like the what is it, like the MPD sales stats of like digital versus physical, like it's not even comparable anymore. People are going digital. So.
I think people are much more ready for that than they were when the Xbox One was announced.
Yeah. So if we got a new Xbox in 2020, which is probably pretty
the
likely.
The Xbox 2?
Yeah, the Xbox.
Wait, they've done this before. 360. The Xbox 720?
No, it's going to be the Xbox 10, but it's going to be Roman numeral 10.
Xbox X.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Wait, they already did that one.
No, that's the One X. This is different.
Oh, you're right. Okay, it'll just be the Xbox X.
Yeah,
it'll be the Y box.
Yeah.
So if you get the Pro version, that's the Xbox XX.
Yeah.
It'll be the millennial
X
box.
Pro. It'll go X Pro.
Have you heard people saying how like with the new iPhone coming out, it's like there's going to be the iPhone 10s. So it'll be like, or like, the thing is, there's going to be potentially an SE version. So they're like, people are going to look at it as like the iPhone SEX or whatever.
Oh my god!
So like,
I was just thinking 10C.
Yeah, Tennessee or 10S, Tennessee, the iPhone 10s and the iPhone Tennessee. Anyways, that I think that does it.
I'm still waiting for the iPhone 9. Just saying.
iPhone 9.
Yeah.
Shut up, Kuipers.
Hey, you can't. Don't even say this because Windows skipped 9 too. Okay, they just
and
skipped
you made
an operating
fun of them
system.
when they did that, and then Apple did it, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it was cool.
No one said it's
that's
cool.
trendy.
No, they did it because they're bringing you the future.
They're trendsetters.
The reason they did it is because 789.
Yeah, that's true. We don't want to end this show without offering our condolences to the victims of Jacksonville, Florida. That thing was messed up. I only bring it up because it is game related. The thing was streaming on Twitch. Normally we don't address these situations, but I think that kind of hit close to home for me. Just thinking about like something that you're watching live stream. We do this every week, and it's just like the enjoyment that comes from that, whether I'm a person who's watching a stream or you're a person watching our stream, and just to think that can be like taken away from you in an instant.
Well, and then I would say too, just the golden age, it's kind of the golden age of competitive gaming. At least it seems like now, and it's just so sad to see something horrible come out of something that's been so good.
It's crazy too, because it's hard to word this, but I'm just going to say it was Madden. And I feel like as far as the gaming, for something like this tragic to happen to the gaming competition scene, like in a way it's good that it was Madden, because now there's no way for people to skew this into, it's a violent video game.
It's true.
And I mean that's very like fatalistic, very dark look on it. And I'm not trying to
but
make
it
light
would
of
have went
it.
there.
But that's
had it been anything else.
If this would have happened at Call of Duty or PUBG or Fortnite or anything that was gun related, they would have spun it in this terrible way. And no matter which way you slice it, this is awful. And I'm not trying to make it a better situation than it is. And don't misquote me on that.
It's just an observation. But of
psychos be psychos.
Yeah. And the fact that it was the guy who just, let's not give his name any praise here, but the guy that he lost earlier in the day and he comes back and does this. It's insane. I was following that story pretty closely when it broke, and I was just constantly like checking Twitter feeds of people who were there, and like some of the two pro Madden players who were killed. Like, it's just terrifying to see these people trying to sort through like what's happening and who. I mean, there's so much misinformation. Originally, they said there were 3 people who died, and then it went back to 2, and like just. It was a chaos, as you would assume. So, anyways, our condolences to those people, their families, and I think it was cool to see the way the game community kind of reached out to these people, though, and even EA's response. I know there were some mixed feelings about that, but I feel like they've done what they could do. Like I don't know what else you do at this point. Like they released a statement. Their CEO released a statement on Twitter. I think like. It's not something that you should have in your back pocket, right? Like this shouldn't have to be a thing you're prepared to talk about in public. Like this is just never anything like that. But anyways, now that we've ended it on a downer, I would like to thank our Patreon peeps. All of these lovely individuals who donate on a monthly basis. I mean, these people... They're saints. They're beautiful, lovely individuals who are donated at the code producer level or higher. That means they donate $10 a month or more. And they are our heroes. If you too would like to be a hero, at least in our eyes, go to patreon.com/MinuteTub and subscribe. You can do it at $1 level or whatever you want. And we do appreciate that. It is not... something we take lightly, that you are willing to offer your financial support to us. We take it very seriously, and we're very appreciative, and we hope to not squander it in any way that is bad. We try to at least use it to the best of our abilities. Anyways, we'll just polish that turd with your money, so thank you very much. I think that does. I don't think we have anything in our mailbag. No voicemails. So, but if you would like to send us an email, send it to theloop@minutetub.com, or you can send us call in and leave a voicemail at 475-TUB-CALL. That's 475-TUB-CALL. Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it on the air. But yeah, if you have any questions for us, or topics you'd like us to discuss, email us, call us. It would be a good time. And make sure you tune in tomorrow night for the Tubcast at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as always, every Thursday night. And as you know, you can catch us here Wednesdays.
With 100% more Nathan tomorrow night.
Sure. All right, good night, everybody. We'll see you.
Bye.